Hey everybody, SARLACC-SPITTLE here today with some more Fallout 4. Today we're going to do a little something different. We're just going to do a little bit of crafting here in Sanctuary. Put up some power, some lights, some things like that. So, again, if you've never played Fallout 4, this one allows you to craft settlements of your own. So it's a really, really cool feature they put in. They put a lot of time and work into it, and you can tell. It really shows through. Especially if you have all the DLC, which I highly recommend getting every little piece of that. So, well worth it. Well worth the money that it costs. So first, you got to start with power. So, first things first with power is generators. So the standard game came with a small, a medium, a large, which produced the most at 10, and then a windmill. And then the DLC, however, has put in a generator, a fusion generator, and it produces 100. So this greatly expands what you can do with your power, as far as you can make giant signs with blocks and then change them to certain colors, so you could literally make them say anything. And actually, I made a sign. It says something not so appropriate, so we aren't going to... Oh, hey, might as well. So we're not going to go to the front of the sign, but there's a sign there, and let's just say it says something very adult on it, so we're not going to go there. I kind of try and keep all my content, geared towards everyone, just so everyone can watch. Anyway, so we got to build some generators, and my science isn't high enough. I only have the one rank in science. I'm only level 9, so I'm not very high. And so we're just going to build probably 2 or 3 mediums here, just to start with. Let's just do 3 for the heck of it, right? And then actually, whatever, we're doing 4. So, and another thing I didn't know until I played around a bunch in my last playthrough, is that if you connect all of the generators, then they'll create what is called a grid. So, and then anything connected to any one of these generators, or I think it'll actually just be easier to show you. So then I have to make a little connector. We're going to make a fairly large one, just because, well, that's how we're doing it. Okay, so we're going to make one of those. Got to connect a wire to it. So you'll see the little light comes on, and that means power is going to it. So now let's make another one. Say we'll make it right there. Hey, nice, I leveled up. So then we have to attach a wire. Hopefully it'll reach. Of course it won't. We'll have to move it a little bit closer. So, and again, anything you place down, nothing's final. You can rotate it with the triggers. I'm playing on console, so you can rotate it with the triggers. So yeah, good enough. We'll put it right there, right across the street. So this should reach. This should be fine. So now if I say... And actually, I like to go to the roof for this. So let me go grab my stairs. So kind of one of the first things I like to do is build a set of stairs. You can get on all the roofs, and you can kind of do a cool thing, which I'll show you here, which is kind of a cheap way of going about it, but it's kind of nice. There's my stairs. So we're going to take these. Actually, I'll show you the cheap little thing while we're here. Why not? So this is something I discovered in my last playthrough, and of course everyone that I showed told me it was cheap, which I knew it was cheap, but I just thought it was kind of cool that they allowed me to defy the laws of physics. So we need to set a floor. This usually just allows me to... Maybe I'm too close to that. Okay, now I'm too close to the stairs. And again, the whole crafting thing kind of takes some time to get used to, but once you get the hang of it, it's this really cool thing that you can literally just spend hours upon hours just kind of toying around in. There we go. So, of course, we all know this actually wouldn't stay there, so just bear with me here. Let's go to defenses. So I'm going to put a turret on here, not a guard post, a turret on here. So let's just say, for the sake of it, okay, there. So now if I take this away, oh, they changed it. They did update it. That was sneaky. What if I store it? See, okay, that's how you do it. So you're going to have to store it now. You used to be able to just move it, but and the turret wouldn't go with it. But so you essentially you can save space in your settlement by putting a floorboard down, setting your turret on it, and then taking the floorboard out, and your turret will stay. So you not only can you put your turrets up where, you know, like melee raiders and stuff like that will raid your settlement, so they can't touch it. Only somebody who can shoot, and trust me, they will shoot them. It's pretty much inevitable. I think I'm too close to the ladder again. Ah! And again, this probably won't be a very long video, but I just kind of wanted to, you know, kind of get my feet wet as far as the whole crafting content goes, because I think I've only put up 2 videos of my gameplay. So anyway, back to my point. I'm sorry, I'm dinking around here on my own roof. And again, too close. It's been a while. It's been probably a good 8 months since I played this game, so. Okay, so we're gonna get up here. Now we gotta go back to power, and again we're in connectors and switches, and we're just with the conduit. So I'm gonna put one that, and actually what I used to do was put just a little tiny thing up here. So then you can attach this to this. So now we're gonna put some conduits down. And all these are going to do is essentially take power to that part of the house. So just let me get a few down here, and then I'll kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so now this side of the house should have power. So if I go in here, and oh, Mama Murphy's hanging out. Mama Murphy, guess what? She said she wanted to read a book. She needs some light. So then anything electrical that you put there will work. And it's not like, oh, I'm generating what, 20 power right now with 20 power, so it's not like I can only put 20 lights up or anything like that. The lights and all that, you'll notice it just says requires the bolt, which essentially means it requires electricity. So it doesn't actually deplete from the total. So I could still use all 20 of this power on something else, and I will still get power to the house. So it's not like it takes that, it doesn't take away from that total at all. Excuse me. It doesn't take away from that total at all. So it's just kind of a nice little thing that they don't exactly explain the best, but it's just kind of one of those things that if you do play around with it enough, you will eventually figure everything out. But it's easier just to learn secondhand, I guess, so you don't have to take all that time. So actually I wanted to put power into my main little hideout right now. So I'm gonna have to make oh goodness no. I want that. Yay. Not sure if this will reach. That's too far, really? That's not even all that far, it doesn't look like. Okay. Okay, that's better. So now, like I said, I'm gonna build a, oh, I'm gonna fall off the roof, and then I'm gonna climb back up on the roof. I'm gonna build one of the tiny ones. So this is one of the large, and the tiny just look like this. They're, quite frankly, they're kind of pitiful, but they do their job. And that's someone want a conductor there. One there and right there. That might not work, but oh well. So now I'm kind of praying this will work. Come on, reach for me. Okay, let's move this a little closer, I guess. And again, I'm trying to get every inch I can out of this. Okay. And again, I played this the first time through right at release, so a bunch of this stuff is still really new to me. A bunch of it's really cool though. I mean, they've really done some cool stuff with this game that I think is going to be really hard for them to ever come close to. So this is kind of my little hideout. I made it really quick. I kind of wanted to start some gameplay videos for you guys, so I just kind of slopped this together. So now we're going to throw a light in here. And again, I'm going to look through the lights a little bit just because they have added some stuff that wasn't here before. Ha! Stoplight, I like that. You'll notice that that Deathclaw icon in the upper right corner of the item. That actually indicates that it is part of the DLC. I believe it's part of the DLC that gave us the traps for all the animals. Fluorescent. Ooh, see, that actually reaches pretty far. That's good. But so, and again, the conduits, so you see my conduit up here. So I don't think it'll reach the end of this house. So just because you have one conduit on the house doesn't mean necessarily that your lights will work anywhere. And I'm just going to use a light that won't take up a bunch of my materials. So see here, so we put that light up, but it did not, in fact, light up because the conduits only have a limited range, and if you're not within that range, you're not getting any of the power. So that's kind of our Power 101 or Power Basics. If you guys have any questions or anything like that for me, please leave it in the comments, and I'll try and address it in a future video. And thanks for watching. This is SARLACC-SPITTLE saying I'll see you next time.